Are you sharing your Netflix account with a friend or family member who doesn't live in the same house as you? If so, some changes are coming your way next year. That's because Netflix announced in its third quarter letter to shareholders that it is going to start cracking down on Netflix password sharing in 2023.
Join us as we unpack the Netflix account sharing crackdown, including why they're implementing paid sharing and what a Netflix password sharing fee might cost you next year.
We'll also talk about a new feature called Netflix Portfolio Transfer that rolled out in October of 2022. We'll explain what it is and how to use it. Now let's start with why Netflix is cracking down on account sharing. Sharing your Netflix password used to be something that the streaming giant encouraged. At CES 2016, Netflix CEO Reed Hastings said, quote, "We love people sharing Netflix," end quote. He said that sharing Netflix account information was a positive thing because it often leads to new customers, such as college students eventually getting their own accounts and getting off of their parents once they start earning money. And for a long time, Netflix was content to lose money if it meant building loyalty. But after 2 quarters of losing subscribers and money, Netflix is changing its tune.
A report by the LA Times found that illegal password sharing on illicit online marketplaces cost streamers and pay TV providers $9.1 billion in lost revenue in 2019, and that figure was expected to grow to $12.5 billion in lost revenue by 2024. So if you want a simple answer about the reason being the password sharing crackdown, it's money, honey.
Speaking of money, let's talk about what Netflix might start charging for password sharing and when. Now, Netflix hasn't said specifically how much it will charge you to create sub-accounts, which are the way that Netflix will allow customers to engage in paid sharing. But when the streamer rolled out sub-accounts in Latin America earlier this year, it charged users an extra $3 a month for each new home someone wanted to add to their account. Netflix defined a new home as watching Netflix on a TV outside of your home location and said that while it was okay to stream Netflix on a tablet or phone outside of your home, if you wanted to stream it on TV sets outside of your home, those would be considered additional households and would carry an extra monthly charge.
Yeah, and we'll get into how Netflix might enforce password sharing in a minute, but first let's talk about when this is going to happen. Netflix said in its third quarter letter to shareholders that it had, quote, landed on a thoughtful approach to monetize account sharing and will begin rolling this out more broadly starting in 2023, end quote. That will likely mean during the first quarter of next year, and it's already started the process by unveiling Profile Transfer in October. Let's take a closer look at that.
Again, in its shareholder letter, Netflix said, quote, "After listening to consumer feedback, we are going to offer the ability for borrowers to transfer their Netflix profile into their own account, and for sharers to manage their devices more easily, and to create sub-accounts or extra members if they want to pay for family or friends," end quote. Netflix is also expecting this profile transfer option to be popular with its lower-priced ad-supported plan. Reading between the lines, Netflix is expecting that when they roll out their ad-supported plan, college students and others who have been sharing a parent or former roommate's Netflix subscription will pony up for their own ad-supported plan. And with the profile transfer option, they won't lose anything.
We tried setting this feature up on our Netflix account, and it was very easy to do. The main account holder should sign into Netflix, click on the profile icon they want to enable transfer for, and then click Transfer Profile from the drop-down menu. Then you click the Allow button.
When you do this, other people using your account will be able to transfer a profile, including the recommendations, viewing history, My List titles, saved games, settings, and more to their own membership that they pay for.
Now let's talk about how Netflix might enforce this. How are they going to actually stop people from sharing passwords? Most likely it's going to involve a combination of account verification and paid sharing options. As Netflix says, when a device outside your household signs into a Netflix account or is used persistently, Netflix may ask the user to verify the device. This involves having a 4-digit verification code sent to a phone or email associated with the primary account owner. The code then needs to be entered within 15 minutes.
Now, we've already encountered this when using Netflix while traveling for longer than a few days. Netflix defines an account as being for people who live together in a single household, and Netflix addresses this too. It says that if you're traveling or you live between different homes, you shouldn't need to verify your device. However, if you are away from the Netflix household for an extended period of time, you may occasionally be asked to verify your device. Now, how does Netflix do this? Well, by using information like IP addresses, device IDs, and account activity from devices signed into the Netflix account, it can determine if sharing is within a single household or across households.
Yeah, so next year when Netflix starts implementing paid sharing, it will be looking at IP addresses, device IDs, and account activity to determine if password sharing is going on. If it thinks you're sharing a password, it may stop the stream. We don't have all the answers yet, and to be honest, we're not sure Netflix does either.
So what can you do about it? Well, if you're sharing a password, you can keep doing that until Netflix catches you, which you should expect to happen sometime next year. And then you should have a backup plan in place. You can, of course, cancel your Netflix subscription. Or if you want to keep streaming Netflix, you can try the basic ad-supported plan, which costs $6.99 a month. Then use the profile transfer option to transfer your profile to that new account. We're testing the ad-supported option now, and we plan to report back on it. But Netflix has said to expect 4 to 5 minutes of ads per hour. Now, if you're trying to keep costs down, it's a good place to start.
If you find you want to bump up to a higher price plan, you can. Or if you find you're really not watching it, cancel your subscription and try a free ad-supported streaming service like Pluto or Tubi. You can watch our video comparing the two to see if that scratches your TV itch.
Yeah, and all of the options that John mentioned are a good reminder that no matter what Netflix does with password sharing, streamers still have plenty of options right now. Well, that does it for this video. What do you think about the Netflix password crackdown? Do you share a Netflix account? What are you going to do when Netflix starts offering paid sharing and sub-accounts next year? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get all our latest news and reviews when they drop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.